Before I start today's educational video, I would want to ask every one of you how you're feeling at this time in quarantine. I'm sure everyone's bored or maybe extremely productive like I am. I'm a workaholic and I love working and I love researching on things and learning new things. And that is, I think, one of the reasons why I'm so motivated to share with you all what I've learned in the past few days. Uh, Apart from preparing nice cakes and really good recipes. But yeah, I wanted to really share about biohacking that I learned. Like, I got introduced a year back when I started following Chris Gethin and Ben Greenfield. Uh, it intrigued me because definitely they were, quite convincing as to the way they were leading their lives. It is very ideal. Growing your own produce, growing your own chicken, eating your own cooked meals, and getting as much as sunshine and earthing yourself, getting red light, cryotherapy. This is all what I got from just looking at the videos. But when I went to attend the seminar, which happened in Bombay a couple of weeks back, I learned that it is much more to it. There's so much more that they put in. My basic takeaway from that seminar was what I can probably put into use in my day-to-day life. 5 or 6 things that you can definitely implement into your daily life. One of them would be the light hack, or something that I would urge everyone to do, because I have seen the results in the past 20 to 25 days. And hence I took up on biohacking and see how it worked on my performance, on my recovery. And one major thing that I came across was sunlight. Now, among the other different lights that we spoke about that day, could be UV lights or blue light therapy or red light therapy for reducing inflammation, etc. Sunlight is something that probably is very easily available to everyone and is very easy to follow. But when we think about sunlight, the first thing that comes to our mind is that overexposure to sunlight, or any exposure to sunlight, might lead us to suntan, sunburns, or probably even skin cancer. To put all that aside, I would want to tell you that 10-15 minutes of sunlight every day really doesn't tan you much. In fact, it helps you glow. And we would talk a little more in detail about that more into the video. What we wanted to start with is probably how mitochondrial functions are affected by the sunlight. Now, you all know mitochondrial functions, or mitochondria for that matter, are powerhouse cells in our body which helps run our body smoother and faster. Now, these cells are run by something called as the ATP, or something called as the adenosine triphosphate. Those who know it, those who don't know it, please go and search for it. Meditation, breathing, sunlight, everything has its effect on our cells so that our bodies can run in the more optimal way possible. Now, sunlight also definitely is 90% of our vitamin D supplier into our body. And why sunlight? Why not vitamin D shots, you would ask? I had a year back, I was diagnosed with low vitamin D levels, and as any doctor would say, I was also prescribed vitamin D shots, which I did. But it led to overtoxicity into my body for vitamin D. And what sunlight does is, it does not, make your body toxic to vitamin D. It would always stop at the optimal level and not let it go beyond that. That's why vitamin D is very important. And the other reason why sunlight is important to get your vitamin D is because it turns your vitamins into vitamin D sulfate, which activates your vitamin D to make it work. One thing you would definitely question over here would be the UV lights, the UV rays, that the harmful effects of the sunlight. The harmful effects of the sunlight can definitely be overcome by taking care of it by using sunscreen. But using sunscreen does reduce your vitamin D synthesis by 95%. So 10 or 15 minutes without using sunscreen, staying out there, is not that bad of a deal. I have done it myself and I am seeing my differences. I feel better. I feel more jovial and happy. Um More than that, I feel fitter and my recovery is better. Also, because we have longer periods of recovery right now, but yes, vitamin D does make a difference. There are days where I don't go out and I stay home. Those days I really feel lethargic and lazy, but on the days when I go out, I've seen the difference of feeling more enthusiastic. The other thing that I think vitamin D or probably sunlight does is create production of testosterone in your body, and also cholesterol sulfate. Cholesterol sulfate is basically a precursor to all your sex hormones, and testosterone, well, everyone knows what it does, but it definitely improves muscle tone, it increases your metabolism, it dictates your confidence, your body composition, and definitely your sex drive. Also, what it does is increase nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide is a single molecule in the body which causes vasodilation, or what we know as increasing the thickness of your blood vessels so that the blood can flow faster. Now, why do we want nitrous oxide into our bodies? Because it prevents, obviously, heart attacks. The nutrient absorption or the nutrient transfer will be faster. Also, if you've noticed, or if you've heard it from your nutritionist, that the nitrates that are there in your beetroot also helps in recovery, or probably enhancing muscle performance and even your endurance levels. Now, the other most important thing that sunlight does is produce endorphins. That's what I was talking about. The feel good factor, or dopamine into your body. You can never have enough. It releases endorphins, and which regulates probably your hormonal systems. Mostly women would feel that, and reduces pain, stiffness, and inflammatory senses in your body. Dopamine also definitely increases confidence, and while doing that, it reduces your need for doing any kind of addictive behavior. So this is something that sunlight does, and 10 to 20 minutes every day would not be a bad deal, guys, actually. You could probably go up to your terrace, or probably go down to your building and get all the necessary vitamin D, endorphins, testosterone, and nitric oxide just by standing in the sun for some time. I'm sure it's not just a one day thing. You will not see the results the second day. I'm talking about 25 days into it, and still I'm sure I'm not yet at the optimum level of its effects. I would probably give it 1 or 2 months, but since nobody is doing much right now, this is the best you can do for your body. Also, if you like what you're hearing and you would want to hear more about these hacks, something that you can do on a daily basis, please comment below and share this video and let me know. I would love to share with you something that can make our day, something that can enhance our moods and uplift our spirits in these times. Would be really great, right? So yeah, eating habits or endorphin levels or whatever it is you want to ask, shoot your questions in the DMs, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is very, very new, the active one. I would probably post a link below. And thank you, guys. I hope you're having a great time there, and I hope I could share something educational with you.